together some big breaking news which is coming in. Proof of Marte Mare The. Remember, here we have been getting for you stories as to what happened in the Galwan clash. 2.5 months after the clash which happened along the LAC at the Indo-China border, the Chinese army had been confronted with the truth. It's tried very hard to hide. Well, a photograph that we are going to show you in a short while from now, a photograph of a tombstone. There you have it on the right-hand side of your screens. This photograph of a tombstone is coming in from southern Xinjiang of a PLA soldier who was killed during the 15th of June clashes. How do we know it? Because it says so very clearly in Mandarin, after which the user came under pressure and they've deleted this post, of course. However, the tombstone is there for everyone to see. It is documented and you have proof on your screens. It says that identified as Shen Xiangro, the epitaph reads, the tomb of Shen Xiangro, he sacrificed his life in the struggle against India's border troops in June 2020, and he was posthumously remembered by the Central Military Commission. This is the epitaph which is written in the tombstone that you can see. It's written in Mandarin. We have transcribed it for you there. But the PLA, which remember had suffered up to 35 to 40 casualties, up to varying estimates, they have been saying that no such thing had happened, never came out and revealed the number of people that they lost as our Indian braves fought back at the LAC. Even now, Galwan is yet to acknowledge its dead soldiers. Let me go across to Srinjoy Chaudhary, who is joining us, our National Affairs editor. Srinjoy, you've brought this story to life. There is an entire lobby which says, show us the proof. This is the proof.
Yes, this is part of the proof, very clearly. So far, the Chinese have only acknowledged the death of 3 soldiers, 3 of their officers. But according to Indian Army estimates, in that terrible battle that took place on the night of the 15th and the 16th of June in the Galwan area, 37 stretchers were seen being taken away. Now, 37 stretchers clearly amounts to a large number of dead and wounded. Now, the exact number is not known, but according to the Indian Army's estimates, about 12 to 15 soldiers at least died in that battle, Chinese soldiers. And then how many succumbed after that to their injuries is not really known. The Indian number is very clear, 20. Now, the death of soldier Chen Zhengliang is another example of how the Chinese have hid the truth. They have not told the world how many casualties they suffered. Nobody exactly knows the number, but we now are beginning to get a figure coming out, because here you have soldier Chen's death, and there will be many others that will come out in the coming weeks and months. So very clearly, this was a terrible battle and both sides suffered heavy casualties. The Indians suffered a large number of casualties, 20 dead as a matter of fact, including the CEO. Therefore, it was a big loss for India. But also, China also suffered, despite having all those iron rods and all that. The Indians fought back as the best they could, and the Chinese have also suffered casualties. This tombstone is only one more example of that. And as a result of this fierce battle and how fiercely the Indian soldiers fought, the Chinese have not attempted another attack since then.
Well, Srinjoy, this picture was posted by a Chinese national, if I'm not mistaken, a Chinese handle for sure, on social media. What happened after that? Has the Chinese government at least now come out and acknowledged its debt? It's got a history of not doing that.
Yes, the Chinese are good with silences. And in this case, the Chinese have been silent, and they have an excuse. They say that if we come up with a number, then it will make the Indo-Chinese relations worse. Now, how much worse it can get out the way it is now is actually has to be seen. But one thing has to be said, that the Chinese have not come up with anything. In fact, even this, as you rightly said, after this appeared, the Chinese ensured that this post was deleted. This is another way to silence your own people. Well,
Absolutely.
You have your right to do it, because after all, it's your people. But very clearly, the world will gradually get to know what really happened in Galwan, who attacked, and how many casualties were
But
suffered
slowly,
by
how long can you suppress the truth? The Galwan truth is slowly coming out. Srinjoy getting us these pictures. Let me go across to Colonel Narasimhan Singh also, who's joining us as strategic expert. Colonel Singh, at the time of Galwan, the Indian army and the Indian government were not just fighting the Chinese and their government, but also those within the country who came out and asked, where is the proof? Time and again, it is the same lobby who asked, where is the proof at the time of Uri, at the time of Balakot, and now they had asked, where is the proof? Do you think this should silence that lobby? They should now come out, acknowledge and apologize?
No, if you expect an apology, I think, we are, expecting too much because, remember, and I have no hesitation in saying that just as there are proxies of Pakistan in India, for very long there have been proxies of China in India. And, they would not like India to emerge on a higher plane on any issue or any facet of international life, when it comes to China. And I think they must be the saddest people today when, as evidences, roll out about Chinese having, they're being punished by our troops for those, transgressions. But let me tell you one thing, that, in a democracy, and especially in a democracy like ours, you cannot get away with lies and untruth.
Right.
So when the Prime Minister says something, remember, it is based on a very, very hard intelligence assessment. So nobody in this country has any business to doubt when India makes an official statement about the number of casualties.
Very relevant point. Let me take that across to Srinjoy. As Colonel Narasimhan Singh says, when the head of the state comes out and makes a statement, Marte Mare, they killed before they were killed themselves. That statement ought to be accepted. You should not have belittled the bravery of our martyrs. And that's precisely what had happened, wasn't it?
Yes, that's undoubtedly the case. The Indian soldiers fought very well. The Biharis fought very well. Some artillery soldiers fought very well. And initially they did not have what the Chinese had, iron rods and so on. But there were stones. They fought with their hands, and they fought very bravely. And it has to be said that, yes, India sustained 20 casualties. There's no doubt, because they were attacked. It was a surprise. The Indians had gone that side to see if the Chinese had actually gone away and crossed back to the line of actual control, while the Chinese were actually there waiting to attack Indian soldiers, which is what they did with iron rods and so on. So the Indians were initially taken by surprise, but they fought back very well. And yes, they sustained 20 casualties. And as the Prime Minister said, Marte Mare, which basically means that, yes, we sustained casualties, no doubt, but the other side also did exactly that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Srinjoy, for getting us this big story. Also, Colonel Narasimhan Singh for joining us. We'll have to find out if those proof lobby now today comes out, acknowledges and also apologizes for the statement and for doubting the valor of our braves.